Appreciate your time.
Wrapping it up,
Thank you for your comments.
you know, there's 8 other towns in the county involved in this dialogue, which makes it more complex. So I'll just summarize how I see it. That this issue's before the people now, and everybody's trying to be cost conscious, and I think the majority of the solid waste board wants to keep going with this and find out what our plan is. And we'll come up with a plan and identify the cost, and whether it be the SAC Council or Lakeview Council, it'll be there'll be estimates, just like, we can't get it, you can't promise anything, and there'll be estimates, but it'll be better situation we had before, and I think, this is going to move forward, this dialogue, and I think we'll come up with a plan, and it might be such a thing to say, if we do things in a different way, we'll save, say, $50,000 or $60,000. You identify that, and then the people of the county and Sac City say, what's it worth, like the ladies, to have it in-house with a 3-year kind of agreement? Or what's it worth to keep it in the county? What are those jobs worth? And it will be decided on a majority vote by the, Sac City will have 1 vote, the 8 other towns will have a vote, and the 4 directors at large. I don't vote. And, this is going to have to be worked out. If it happens adversarially, I hope it doesn't get to that. I want to work it out amicably, so everybody can say that they came away from the table with a good feeling. I can't. Now that's just speaking for me. I can't speak for the board. I can't speak for an individual on the board. I'm just trying to. I'm sitting here tonight, and that's the way I see it. And I'm optimistic that we can work something out. That, like John said, if we come up with a plan and it makes sense for the county and the county taxpayers, I'm not going to stand in your way. And it's in his interest, because if it gets out there that we're basically, making a $60,000 donation to the Howard Center, whether I'm down close to the Crawford County line or down in Auburn, we'll have to weigh that, and the directors will vote. And
that doesn't help me either.
No.
That doesn't help me either.
So I don't.
Well,
I've talked a lot, and I'm not good at speaking.
You did a great job, and I can't tell you how much we appreciate both of you coming and visiting about us, because there's been a lot of conversation, but none that has really come from the people.
And I hope, but the last thing I would say is think outside the box, because I've been to a lot of states. I've traveled quite a bit in the world this last couple of years. You go to Alaska, you go to Hawaii, they have what's called, there's a name for them, but they have a station, and it's called, where you actually trade people. I mean, you take things there you don't want. I mean, you see things there from lawnmowers to things that are actually good stuff, and it's called the exchange, okay? And so it also is where your trash goes. So that way people have a chance to recycle or actually share stuff. I mean, if you think outside the box, there's a lot more things than just 2 ways to do it or 3 ways to do it. There are a lot of ways to look at things that make a lot of sense, and I hope people will think outside the box when it comes to recycling, because if my way isn't the way to do it, then I don't want to do it. I don't think it's smart to do it. If it is, it is. If it isn't, it isn't. And we will help whatever we can to find that solution. Our mission is people. Our mission is working with people with disabilities. The recycling helped us to teach people how to work. It got people jobs. Mission accomplished for that one. So let's look at where we can go in the future, and we'll be here to help, and we'll be here to support, not to discourage anybody.
We appreciate it, honestly, appreciate all your comments.
One last comment.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope that, you folks keep lines of communication open between the landfill committee, the Howard Center, because if you don't keep lines of communication open, we won't come to a a solution. So I just asked, you know, the
Yeah.
committee and the other communities, they're not here, of course, but.
I think we're sitting good there. I called John this morning. I called him, I hadn't talked to him for months. I said, you know, I'm gonna go to the SAP council meeting, and I want you to know, and we talked a little bit about stuff, so I would say, you know,
We
for the
do
most
this, we
part-
need to do that with more towns, because there's a lot of misinformation out there that we want to get rid of, and we want, you know, Howard Center can't afford the misinformation any more than Dean can. We have to come up with, you know, work together on this, and we will, you all have our support one way or the other to make sure we find the right answers, and I know, I want recycling, I want to see us continue to recycle one way or the other. I think it's a waste to throw away the things that we're throwing away, and that's why I got into it in the first place. It's just finding.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. We really appreciate it. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for being here. Is there anything you wanted to add to that, Adam? Okay, thank you very much.